Hi, my name is Chae Roop, and this is my final submission, Chapter 25 Practicum. I have named this a Beachball Vinyasa self-care theme, um, just because we use the idea of the support of a beach ball throughout the entirety of a class, and I also use some B extrapolations throughout the entirety of a class to kind of keep the pace of a Vinyasa flow, which I really love. And my student today is going to be my husband, Brian. He is a beginner style student, so he is a perfect candidate for this class. I will be encouraging the use of props, so I have blocks set out as well, and we will just get right into it. I also have like my notes as support for this class. All right, both feet are going to come to the top of the mat. Hands to the side, roll our shoulders back, head towards the sun. Nice full breath in and out. Make those breaths vocal if you feel comfortable. Inhale, exhale. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. Bring your awareness to any intention that comes to calm. If you're here to bring peace of mind, some stillness to the body, work through some frustrations through the day, we are here in a safe space to leave it on the mat. On your next inhale, bring your fingertips towards the sky. A nice deep inhale. Vocal exhale. Drop those shoulders down with the breath. One more inhale. Reach towards the sun. Come up from the tippy toes if you feel so calm. Go, 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 go. Exhale. Sink down to the ground. Shrink the shoulders. One more time. Inhale. Extend those fingertips high, 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 high. Bring yourself all the way to the toes. Peak if you can. Exhale. Drop those hands all the way down to the side, slow, slow, and slowly melt into a forward fold, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet out if you need to feel so comfortable. Left, right, and fully exhale. Bring a nice slight bend into the knee. Take your hands to each elbow and fully release that head, kind of rock side to side into what we call a ragdoll. Take a moment to make your breath your own here. If it feels comfortable in stillness, make sure you keep a nice slight bend in the knee. On your next inhale, slowly sink your heels into the ground, engaging your quads, flicking the tailbone down to the ground, and rolling one vertebrae at a time up. Inhaling slowly, 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 slowly till you get to the top. Hands to the sky. Take the left toe and point it. Sweep back, circle. Bring that toe to the right. Bring that right hand down. Going to turn that left hand up and bend. This is more of a side stretch than a back stretch. So if you need to bring your foot onto the ground for stability and kind of roll back, we can also play with that variation. If you like to articulate with the toe point and really express through the fingertips, we can also do that here. Dragging that toe back, counterbalance forward if you need to. Circle sweep that foot back. Into standing high, perfect. Now we're going to do the same on the right hand side. We're going to point that right toe out. Circle, sweep back, bring a bend into the left knee. And we're going to turn our palm upwards and bring it high. Left hand kind of touches the thigh. You can also bring it on your hip for support. Wow. Next inhale, circle, drag that foot back. This is a fun one, huh? It's a little different. We're gonna bring awareness to the body that we haven't done before. And back to a standing. Perfect. All right, so we're going to do another hands up to the sky, deep breath in, forward fold. Hands to the mat. We're going to go down onto our knees. We're going to do some wrist love here. We're going to open up all of those fingers. Open them up real wide. Press them deep into the mat. All 5 fingertips. And spread them in almost like fingertips, like you're trying to grip the mat. Palms press in, elbows wrap into each other. Really press in. Express those fingertips. Grip, 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 grip as hard as you can, and let go. Here, let's take a moment to lift each wrist, keeping all fingertips onto the mat, and we can pendulate from side to side. So left, right, left. Yeah, right. Try to keep those elbows wrapped in if possible. Left, right, left, right. When you feel comfortable, let's take a nice little twist outward. So your right comes out, the left comes out. And make sure to keep all the fingertips nice and open and expressed. And here we can kind of rock side to side, and you can keep that lift going if you feel the calming feels comfortable to you. And if and when you're ready, we can go all the way to 180. Don't try to push here. If this is something that is not comfortable for you, it's always good to just stay side to side and front to back and work on those pumping motions. That brings a lot of sensation and circulation to the area. And this is just a really overall good warm up when we're on our wrists. All right, on that next inhale, let's wrap those elbows in, really pressing down into the palms of our hands. And we're going to drop our belly button down and lift our chin to the sky. We don't necessarily want to bring our neck all the way back. We just kind of want to look forward. And it's okay to flick that tailbone. And if you want to come onto your toes, we can also do that. It's what we call a cat pose. You can rock front to back if you feel so calming. On your next inhale, you're going to pull the navel into the spine and really, really articulate and push, 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 push into the palms and drop the head forward into cow pose. Exhale. shoulders down. Drop the belly button to the mat. Bring your head forward. Cat pose in the inhale. Exhale. Push, 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 push away. Cat pose. On that next inhale, bring your toes to the mat and push down your heels into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to really plant your hands firmly into the mat, expressing all the fingertips. Look at your elbows. Wrap them in and push away from the mat. Look at your knees. Are they bent? Take a moment to pedal here. Take nice deep breaths. In. Exhale. On your next exhale, press both heels into the mat. Rotate your knees outward. Bend into the downward facing dog, almost like you're taking a seat, and push away from the mat. Bend all the way down, bend, 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 bend as far as you can, and push back up. That movement that you just felt there is what we're going to call loading our spring. So we're going to take a few breaths here to explore loading our spring. On your next exhale, press both heels down. Knees rotate inward. Sit down, looking forward. Press the mat away from you. Press, 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 press. And push forward. Pedal and downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg. Bend at the knee. And take some circles here. Couple of circles forward. Couple of circles backwards. When you're ready, bring that knee forward. Bring it to your belly button. Bring it to your elbow. Drop that foot forward. Hands come to sky. Really setting in that right foot. From here, we are going to take the right hand. We are going to cartwheel backwards, rotating to the right, extending the left fingertips forward. Shifting your gaze forward, rotate those shoulders back. Feel like you're pressing yourself against the wall almost. Not squishing yourself, almost as a reference. When you're ready, cartwheel, right hand forward. Hands come to mat. Step forward. Go ahead and take a moment here, ragdoll. Just sweep side to side. Exhale. Hand comes to mat. Bring your left knee, or your right foot, or excuse me, your left foot to your left knee. Extend that back. Right into plank pose. Pressing firmly into the mat, rotating our elbows in, engaging that core, keeping the fire. Going to drop the knees, pull forward, bend at the elbows, chin comes to mat, leaving an arch in the lower back. From here, lift your toes. Put them on the outside of the mat and slide them back, bringing your pelvis to the mat. Go ahead and put the tops of your feet forward, tops of your feet onto the floor. Hands go back to armpits. And in your next inhale, push up. On your next exhale, lower slowly, keeping your gaze forward. Hands come to top of the mat, toes tuck in, push into downward facing dog. Go ahead and step it out, left to right. Wrap those elbows in, push away, creating that upside down V sensation. Heels come to the mat. Left leg goes up, bending at the knee, creating circles forward, lubricating that hip. When you're ready, reverse that circle. Extend the left leg out. On your next inhale, bring the knee into your navel. Push it to your elbow forward. Drop the foot to the ground. Plant firmly into the heel, expressing all toes. And on your next inhale, bring both hands up to the sky, almost like you're a beach ball. Maybe a little reference for class here. A nice inhale here. Making sure to keep our knee stacked over our heel. Almost like it covers up your foot, and you can see all your little toes on the outside. And on your next exhale, cartwheel, sweep your left arm back and extend forward with your right fingertips. Reverse cartwheel, the left hand forward. Hands to mat, almost like we're in this lizard pose situation. Now we're going to lift onto our left leg, extending our right out, and from here, we're gonna bring our blocks in. This is gonna be good for support. We're gonna work on our peak pose here, which is our Shiva squat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bend into that left knee, rotating the left heel inward, and then bringing the right knee into the left and squatting at the same time, creating a Shiva squat. Here, if you need to put that foot back, that right foot back to squat into, we can also do that. You also have your block here for support if you want to lean forward. Really express into that Shiva squat. Pull it in. Inhale. And right leg comes out. One more time, bending into the left knee. Drop that right heel in. Drag the right knee into the left and bend into the left leg. Creating a Shiva squat. Push back. Foot comes down. We're into ragdoll. Go ahead and exhale, forward fold. We feel a little heat here, babe?
A little bit.
Good. Well, we're gonna come down here in a little while. Right now we're building up that fire. Alright. Hands come back to our blocks. We're gonna roll those shoulders back, creating that nice flat spine. Left leg comes back, pointing through the knee. Pointing through the heel. Here we are going to bend into the right knee. Internally rotate your left heel, Bringing in the left knee and squatting into your right leg. Shoot squat. Exhale. Inhale, extend out. Really take a moment to think about your engagement here, expressing all your toes. Bending into the right knee. Internally rotate your left heel. Bring your left knee into your right, squatting down. Shoot squat. One more time, extend. Single leg stand here. Bend into that right knee. See if you can single stand on that leg. Bringing your left to the ground. High five. Good job. You did great. All right, here we're gonna work on our extrapolation of some B. All right, so we're gonna do a figure four chair situation here. So feet can't plant firmly into the ground. Knees shoulder width distance apart. You're going to sit. Envision sitting in a chair. We're going to hold our beach ball. Extend forward. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Hands trace up shins. Back flat as a tabletop. Half lift. Exhale, hands come to mat. Feet come back. Plank pose. Inhale, lower the knees. Bend elbows, chin comes to mat. Toes up, slide outside of the mat, pelvis comes down. Hands to elbows on your inhale, push into cobra. Exhale, down. Toes to mat, pushing in, downward facing dog. Go ahead and step out left, right. Take a moment to explore down dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Bend at the knee, bring it to your navel. Push to your elbow. And bring your foot forward. Inhale, hands to sky, warrior one. Hands to mat, step back. Knees, chest, chin. Pick up your toes, outside the mat, press down. Hands to elbow, push, inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Curl toes, push away from the mat, downward facing dog. Step left to right. Next inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend at the knee, bring to the navel, push to the elbow, drop to the mat. Hands to the sky with a beach ball. Take a moment to bring that pelvis forward. Really take a moment to look at that knee over your left foot. Do you see all your toes?
Yes.
All right.
Barely.
Perfect. Hands to mat. Bring the foot forward. Grab your beach ball off the mat. Sit down in your chair. All right, we're gonna do that again. And I'm gonna guide you through it. Now, on your next exhale, forward fold. Forward fold. On your next inhale, hands trace shin, flat back. Half lift. Exhale, hands come to mat. High plank.
What is that?
Step back, your feet step back. Now you're in high plank. On your next exhale, knees, chest, chin. Drop to your knees. Bring your chest down with you and follow with your chin. On your next inhale, toes come up and out to the side of the mat. Press down and away. Flatten the tops of your feet to the floor. Hands come to the shoulders and press into cobra. Roll your shoulders back. On your next exhale, come down slowly to the mat. Curl your toes into the floor and push away from the ground, bringing yourself into downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out here. Press through the fingertips, palms to mat, elbows rotate in. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. You are not suffering, you are being. On your next inhale, bring your right leg to the sky. Bend at the knee. Bring it to your navel. Bring it to your elbow. Bring the foot to the mat. Firmly plant your heel into the mat, bringing engagement into the knee. Grab your beach ball, extend it to the sky. When you are ready, bring your beach ball down to the ground. Hands plant firmly. Right foot steps back into plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Toes come up and outside of your mat. Tops of your feet press down into the floor. Hands slide back underneath your armpits. And when you are ready, inhale and press away from the ground into cobra pose. On your next exhale, slowly come back to the mat. Toes curl in. Push into your palms, press away from the mat into downward facing dog. Take a moment, just step here. Firmly press the palms into the mat. Check your engagement. And when you are ready, lift your left leg to the sky. If you you feel comfortable, this vinyasa, you can take it as your own. And if you'd like, I can lead you. Bend at the knee. Bring it to your navel. Come to your elbow. Press the foot down. On your next inhale, bring your beach ball to the sky. Step firmly into your left foot. Knees stacked over toes. Hands come to mat. Step back into plank pose. Roll your shoulders in, roll your elbows in, sorry. There you go. Do you feel comfortable with me assisting you here?
Yes.
Try to bring engagement here. There you go. We need a little bit more support here. So if you can breathe through your stomach here, and that way you're not drooping and you're pushing away from the ground. Lovely. Knees come to the mat. Follow with your chest. Follow with your chin. Sanctuary is coming. Bring the toes to the outside of your mat. Tops of the feet kiss the floor. Hands come to the armpits. And on your next inhale, push away, bringing your gaze or your drishi forward. Rotate the shoulders down and back, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. And when you're ready, slowly exhale, come down to the mat. When you are ready, roll the toes forward or roll the toes in. Push away from the mat in the downward facing dog. Now that we're nice and warmed up, we're going to do some fun things with our downward facing dog, and then we're going to come to a nice relief. So from here, we're going to press firmly into the mat, rotating our elbows in, pushing away from the mat, creating space between our ears and our shoulders. We're going to bring our right foot like slightly up, and we're going to internally rotate it, bringing it on top of your left knee. And here we're going to bend backwards into bending back into like a figure four variation of downward facing dog. When you're ready, exhale, coming forward and put the foot down. And step out. Bring the left foot up, internally rotating it, bringing it on top of the right knee, and then bending down. And feel a sensation and a stretch right on the outside of the quads and the hips here. And if you really want more engagement, really flick the foot, engaging the heel. Yeah, and you can kind of roll it around and feel a little bit more engagement. And next exhale, come forward. We're going to do two more. So we do three on each side. So we're going to bring the right foot up, internally rotate it on top of the left knee, bending down. How you feeling so far, babe?
A little sweaty.
A little sweaty? Good.
Doing good. Feels good.
Alright, good. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Pillow dough. Really push into that mat. And if at any time you feel like you need a child's pose, you can come down to our knees. You come down to child's pose here. Here. Internally rotating the knee. Bringing it up above the right. And bending it down. figure four situation. Just to really make sure that we're nice and lubed up. Internally rotate the right foot. Bring it on top of the left knee. Bend down. Figure four situation. Roll that right foot around. Exhale forward. Bring the foot back to the mat. Hands plant firmly. Internally rotate the elbows, pushing away from the mat. Lifting the left foot. Internally rotate it. Bring it on top of the right knee and sit down. Bring it into a figure four situation. Alright, we're gonna push up, feet come to mat, knees kiss. We're gonna come into a child's pose. Some nice relief. Take a nice few inhale and exhales here. Whatever your body is calling to you. On your next inhale, bring awareness to your hands and fingertips. And when you are ready, swipe your left arm to the left. Bring your head and your right arms with you to the left. Almost like a side sweep situation. Dragging your right hand back to center. Bringing your forehead and your left hand back to center. And repeat on the right hand side. Sweeping your right hand to the right. Bringing your forehead and your left arm with you to the left hand side. Left hand comes back to center, following with your head and your right hand. When you're ready, bring both elbows down to the knees, almost creating like a cactus arm situation. Pressing with your hand, pressing to the mat, push yourself up. Almost like in a sitting wide situation. Rotate those shoulders. Give yourself a moment to wake up here. We're going to go into some gate pose variations. I'm going to bring those things together. We're going to come up. We are going to extend the right foot out, being on the nice edge of the foot. Yeah, perfect. We want to take our hands to our pelvis and make sure it's nice and engaged forward for stability. If you like to keep your toes flicked to the ground, you can do that, or if you want to keep your foot flat on the mat for stability, you can also do that. And from here, you could take your right hand to your right hip, and we're going to take our left hand, and we're going to extend it to the right hand side. This is called a gate pose.
Oh, that's wonderful.
A nice long side variation. And if you feel so calling here, you can inner rotate that left pinky in and look up more towards the sky. Almost, and then like bring the right shoulder with you, almost like you're looking up towards the sky. And make sure to keep that tailbone flicked in. Just a really nice side stretch here. On the exhale, bring the hands aside. And now we're gonna do the left. So we're gonna bring that right foot in onto the knee. And now we're gonna come onto the left. So stability in the right, and the left foot out onto the nice edge. If you want it on the edge, nice edge, you can keep it that way, or if you want to put it flat, you can. But we're gonna bring our hands to our hips. We're gonna flick the tailbone forward, almost like we're pulling that tailbone in. Roll the shoulders back. Nice long spine here. Hands to the side. Right arm comes up, over, and sweeps. If you feel like you want to bail right now, take one more deep breath. Back to center. Slowly bring the left foot in, sitting on the knees. All right, so from here we're going to bring our hands to our mat. All right, from here, hands come to mat. We're going to have a nice long spine. We are going to shift our gaze to the right and up to the sky, and we're going to bring our right hand with us. And on your next exhale, we are going to thread our needle through our left arm's opening here, and we're going to kiss our ears and our shoulder to the mat. If you would like to create more of an engagement here, more of a stretch, you can take your left arm and push it into the mat, or bring it up off the mat, fully extending and bringing that left arm over the backside of your right hip. So you were just down that now. Yes. When you're ready, hand comes to mat. We're going to extend that right arm all the way to the sky. And then back down to the mat. Take a moment to kind of wiggle out that spine, roll those shoulders out. And when you are ready, set yourself up for success. Extend the fingertips out. Press the palms into the mat. Inner rotate the elbows in. Engage the lower abdomen. Inhale. Left hand comes to the sky, creating an opening. On your exhale, thread your needle through your right opening, kissing your ear and elbow, or ear and shoulder to the mat. On your next inhale, bring the left arm to the sky. Exhale, push it down to the ground. All right. We're going to come to a seated position. And I was really hoping to have a bolster for you for this. Oh, crap. Gonna grab another prop. I'm going to encourage a supported pigeon for you. All right. So we are going to come on to our backs now. You can put the bolster to the side. I'm gonna give it to you. Alright, and from here, you're going to take our feet to the sky, and our hands to the sky, and a dead bug. And we're going to take a minute to kind of loosen up all of these wrists and ankles, all these joints that we put so much weight and pressure on that we don't bring a lot of attention to. And then slowly lower our hands to the mat, keeping our feet to the sky. And when we're ready, lower one foot at a time, keeping the bend in the knee. Bringing attention to the tailbone, create a little flick and create a nice stability in the lower of your back and the sacrum. Kind of take a moment to press it flat into the mat so you're not kind of tipping and rolling. And when you find that stability, lift the right knee, internally rotate it and set it on top of the left knee. And on your next inhale, bring that left knee to you and extend it wherever you feel comfortable. And engage that right foot. Really press through the bottom of that heel, almost like you're wearing like high heels. So it creates a little bit of a stretch on the right hand side. You can also bend more in the left knee. If you don't want to extend it out, you want to bring it more in to your chest, you can do that. And when you're ready, left knee slowly comes down to the mat, followed by the right. Take a moment to stabilize yourself. We're going to work on the right hand side now. Bring awareness to your tailbone and slightly forget. Creating stability in the sacrum, pressing it flat into the mat. And on your inhale, bring your left knee in, internally rotating it, setting it on top of your right knee. Press through your heel like you're wearing a high heel. And then on your next inhale, lift your right leg towards you and extend the right leg to the right foot to the sky if you feel so calling. If not, you can bend at the knee and just pull it more towards you. Should be feeling a nice stretching sensation in the left hip area. On your next exhale, go ahead and lower your left foot to the ground. And bring your left back to the mat. And from here, we are going to take both feet and bring them together. And then we're also going to pull them in as close and comfortably as possible. Here is a moment to take your blocks, if you can have them for a prop. We're going to be opening our legs into a butterfly situation. So from here we can take our props, and I encourage this. Here you can have it tall, or we can have it long. I would encourage tall. And go ahead and open up your legs and kind of keep that block right underneath the knee, or if you want to lower it to level 2, you can pull it just kind of underneath your thigh a little bit more, creating a nice opening sensation here. When you're ready, go ahead and bring awareness into your fingertips and bring them to the sides of your legs. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to close one leg in, and then we're going to rotate side to side, leaving the opposite open. So the left will be open and the right will be closed. And we're going to bring it to the right hand side. We're just going to do a few of these, just kind of bring awareness, just kind of lubricate that lower spine, just because we've been working. Once we lay in stillness, we want to keep the body aware. And after a few left to right, go ahead and take each hand on each side and close it like a book. And from here, we're going to go into a supported bridge. So while we are lying on our back, we're going to bring those heels into our bum as much as we can, keeping our knees together. And on that next inhale, we're going to push our hips high to the sky, and we're going to lower that block right onto the bottom of that flat tailbone sacrum area. Bringing awareness into your knees, keep them together, pressing the heels into the ground, engaging your toes. When we come to the end of our practice here, I like to start thanking myself for all of the things that I've gone through today. All of the promises that I've kept to myself and to others. All the goals and ambitions that I had, that I completed. When we think about our day, do we think about the things that brought us happiness, or do we focus on the things that disrupted our happiness throughout the day? In these opportunities of stillness, we have the time to reflect on these thoughts and these notions. Bringing awareness to a situation where we probably didn't think that we had an opportunity to change, because as humans we're stuck in our ways. And on that next exhale, we're going to go ahead and push into the mat, lifting our hips. Release the block, come down to the mat. Now we're going to go into our final pose of a spinal twist. And we're going to come into Shavasana, so we're going to extend those feet out. Go ahead and do a little shimmy shake if you need to. Get yourself nice and comfy on the mat. And on that next inhale, you're going to bring your right knee in. And if you can, bring it towards your right armpit. Take both hands and hug it close. If you feel a gentle rock sensation here calling to you, please take it. And on that next exhale, go ahead and pull that right knee to the left and extending your right arm out and bringing your chin to the right, lowering your right shoulder to the mat. If your knee doesn't make it all the way to the ground, that's fine. We want to support our head and our shoulder and our neck. Just feeling that nice gentle twist in our lower spine. If you feel calling here, you can also take a block underneath your knee. If you feel more stability. Next inhale, go ahead and pull that right knee in, roll into your back. Go ahead and roll that right ankle out and extend your right foot. Go ahead and take a moment, get yourself comfortable before we work on the left. Right leg extends firmly out, bringing the left knee in and squeezing it with both hands into the left armpit if possible. And go ahead and hug it. And when you're ready, right hand comes on top of the left knee, pulling it to the right. Left shoulder stays connected to the mat. Chin turns to the left. Left arm comes flat to the floor. If your left knee doesn't come to the floor, this is an opportunity to take your block and set it there for stability. When you are ready, bring awareness to your fingertips. Wiggle your toes. Touch your left knee. Bring it to the center. Come to the flat of your back. Extend that left foot out. And you have now made it to Shavasana. However you feel comfortable in this pose, please take it now. If you would like your hands resting on your body, hands out to side, folded on top of one another. Take it now, this is your safe space. You're supposed to stay in Shavasana, but you do not be in Shavasana anymore.
Sorry.
Relax everything and let it go now. When you are ready, bring awareness to the body. Slowly start wiggling your toes. Roll the ankles. Start fluttering your legs. Sway the hips side to side. Roll left to right. And choose a side to come to a fetal position and lay in your fetal position. we have come to the end of class. I want you to take a moment inward and to thank yourself for this time that you've set aside for yourself, for your personal growth and for your personal practice. When you are ready, press away from the mat and come to a comfortable seated position. I just wanted to thank everybody for the opportunity to endure this awesome YTT 200. I also wanted to take the opportunity to thank my awesome husband for his support and for enduring this class with me today. So thank you, babe. I love you. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say to everyone, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. And thank you for your yoga practice today. The light in me honors light in you. Thank you.